And Tom Holland is the worst Spider-Man of all of them.
Oh, I hate you so much. It's like you had the load screen. I mean, as soon as it stops spinning, you click it.
He's on the ball, man.
God damn it. What's up, Streamland? Welcome to Jay the Unstoppable. I am your host for tonight, JD Rosario from Unstoppable Comics, hanging out with this crew of independent comic book creators who are out there putting their money where their mouth is and making comic books. Tonight, though, I want to ask a question because of the loss of the gentleman who made Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name and I don't want to butcher it.
It's Akira. It's Akira, right?
Akira? Okay.
Toriyama?
So is it? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's Toriyama.
Because of that, at the age of 68 years old, as independent comic book creators, who many of us, not all of us, many of us still have a day job to keep the lights on. How do we create comic books, sell the comic books, promote the comic books, set up schedules to tour and promote the comic books at different conventions, and still be able to work a day job, carry on a personal life, and work on our health at the same time? So
What the hell? That's personal life.
So are you telling us you're feeling old, Jay?
I am feeling old, dude. I am. I mean, I'm playing the back nine of my 40s.
Forget the way he looks.
Are you kidding me, bro? I look like $1 million. Come on, man.
In pennies.
That's shadowing. That's shadowing.
I'm sure. Right? But none of us are spring chickens here, right? And this is things that we got to start worrying about. So can we focus on keeping up a good production schedule and all of those things at the same time? And at what point do we say, you know what, I need some help to alleviate some of this workload? Anybody want to chime in?
I mean, you bring in help when you be rich, man. That's how you get in the employees when you're rich. But I mean, seriously, I mean, I think that's why we probably don't sleep a lot, right? Probably dragging on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night because you're busy doing other things that you probably should be sleeping while instead of doing.
Okay.
Is would everyone agree with lack of sleep as the one of the things that you sacrifice?
It's definitely one of the things I think you sacrifice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and everybody's going to be a little different. I mean, like for me, I have and I will call it the advantage. I have no essential social life. I don't have the girlfriend. I'm no longer married. I have no kids. I have no dog. It's just, I have the advantage of there's really nothing for me to do other than, make comics and do the stuff that I do.
I'm sending Tom a puppy.
Well, you got a lake monster, right?
There's plenty of dogs around the lake that I see.
Yeah, that's what you got. Is there a lake monster too? You got a lake monster?
No, not that I'm aware of.
He's got Loki. He's got Loki out there.
But so everybody's going to have different segments of their life that they have to deal with. But I mean, I think it's all doable. I think it's just a matter of everybody sort of analyzing themselves and their environment and saying, okay, look, can I do 1 Kickstarter a year? Can I do 2? Can I do 3? And what does that mean to vacation time? And what does that mean to, who needs to take the kids to soccer? Like, it's just an analyzing of what you're truly capable of doing and then breaking it down and executing it, assuming that you can. And if you can't, you have to recognize that you can't and take a step back and say, okay, we can't do 3, we can only do 2. And so on and so on. And then, once you kind of try and find that sort of foothold of success within it, then maybe you can start to take extra steps forward to do a 3rd or do a 4th or do Carissa where she does 1 every other month.
Well, every other month? I think she's running every 3 weeks right now.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think I only have 7 this year, though. Yeah. I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13 with the hardcover, and then 14. So I have 7. Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't do conventions.
I'm doing 1 in Nashville in June, and that's it. Last year I did 10, and I hated them all, but Nashville. So
All right, Tom, you do conventions. Calderon, you really don't. And Marvin, you're in the middle.
Yeah, I would say in the middle is probably good because we probably do like the spring and summer run, and then we'll do a late one, the Akron Con, which is in November. So I mean, we did a lot last year, and it probably was not a good idea because you just get drained. I think some of the crew did 5 in a row,
Okay.
and that wasn't for me. I can't, just can't. I don't have the energy for it.
Now, when you say 5 in a row, you mean 5 consecutive weekends, or?
Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to have 6 in 8 weeks.
In a row?
Yeah, six
In a row.
events in 8 weeks. Yeah.
I think
Consecutively,
conventions are the most exhausting, money-stealing things I've ever done.
Ooh.
I'd rather do a Kickstarter every week for the rest of my life than do working cons. No.
Yeah.
Well, I
Daphne and
do very
back-
specific cons, and I don't.
You're good at everything.
No, false. This is wildly false. But I have kind of figured out where I can be successful, and that's the key to cons. Somebody was talking about cons on Facebook today. And it's
Yeah.
like, the key to cons is doing them and figuring out if it works.
Mhm.
And if it doesn't, you don't do that one again. You try a different one. You try a different one. I mean, I used to do all the big ones, and now really I thrive on all the small ones.
Yeah.
Because those, generally speaking, those smaller ones are far more comic book oriented. Sure, they might have a Power Ranger or something there, but it's not like, running to some of these bigger shows where they're just flooded with movie stars.
That's
So
what I learned last year.
yeah. So there's definitely, and the closer you can keep it to home, like all of the events that I'm going to do from May to June, except for New York, they're all right within like 6-hour drive. Some are 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then New York is the longer one. That's like a 10-hour drive. But that's the Oz show that they invite me every single year, and I don't tell them no.
Okay.
So, but everything else is really close to home. It's not like I'm driving kind of.
That's
all
when you
over
said
the
it's in
place.
Rochester?
Chittenango, kind of up towards Albany.
Oh, that's not part of New York. That's Canada. Bro, you got to understand that. New York is not considered anything beyond the 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? Yonkers is Yonkers, right?
Yeah.
That's upstate.
I was
And
born
it's
on
like
Long
that
Island.
upstate. You might as well. Long
As
Island
far
is
as
called Queens. Long Island is just Queens.
Like
You know what I'm
Buffalo
saying?
is Canada, right?
yeah,
Definitely
most
Canada.
certainly.
Come on, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
We're waiting for that to fall into that damn fall that they have up there.
Staten Island's really part of Jersey. The thing is, Jersey doesn't want them, and we don't want them. So it's kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
They're a sovereign nation.
But Jay, I spoke to Pete last night. He said, "What's up?" And he was actually telling me. He said there's some shows that are local in the boroughs.
Okay.
That he's gonna hit me up with. So maybe I'll do a few of those. So it depends.
Okay, I'm down with
And
it.
as far as your question about spinning plates and all that stuff, look, man, do the work.
I'm not saying we don't do the work.
I'm saying do the work. Just stop messing around. Just do the work.
It's
We
the
all
old
do the work.
It's the old Jesse Wichman quote. Nobody
is it?
cares. Work harder.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay,
So
nobody
you're
cares, work
saying-
harder.
Like, look, if you need to cry,
Yeah.
grab a towel,
Yeah.
cry. You got 5 minutes. Get back to work.
Turn the
Yeah.
shower on.
That's
No
it.
one will hear you.
Right. That's it. If you need to take a walk on the block, take a walk on the block. But
I'm not.
get
see,
your
I'm
ass
not
back to
that's
work.
the thing. You're taking this from a totally different angle. I'm not trying to bitch and complain. I love making comics.
But I always hear you bitching and complaining. Go ahead.
I think his concern here is not is more the age part. He's
Yeah.
82 years old next year.
Oh,
And
Wow.
it's
You
how
look
much
great.
can he keep doing?
right.
Right.
I mean, I would advise getting on a bike,
Yeah.
doing some push-ups,
Right.
maybe lifting some weights,
Yeah.
and then get back to work.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How much-
And,
how much-
and probably some vitamins No cookies, no ice cream.
What do you mean
Listen,
no cookies?
Yeah,
No
thank you.
cookies, no ice creams,
Thank
no
you,
muffins,
sir.
bro. Sorry,
Cookies,
no carbs.
I'm sorry. A good cookie is
I
a
know.
good fucking cookie.
I
Right?
know. I understand that.
I'm
I
not
get
even
it.
talking about Chips Ahoy anymore. I'm talking
Chips
about
Ahoy.
real chocolate pieces
Yeah.
in my chocolate chip cookie. Come
No,
on,
of course. I get it.
Bro,
But
have you ever put a Chips Ahoy in a microwave to like get it nice and warm
The
before you eat it?
exact amount of
No.
seconds though is a huge. When I was a kid, if you were 1 second off, that was burnt. So
Not only is it burnt, the chocolate is gone. It's like it's evaporating. You know, and you get this
You
weird
people are
plastic smell from the
toasting your
Chips Ahoy.
cookies. What is
no,
happening
you
right now?
microwave it for like I don't know.
No.
It's eight seconds or so. I don't remember. but it
Listen,
was
listen. You people gotta save
8
time.
seconds,
You
see?
get a bucket of the chips of the stuff, the pre-made stuff. You get a bucket of the stuff.
dough.
You take a few spoonfuls and you get back to
Cookie
work.
dough.
That's it.
There you go.
That's
Back to
it.
work. That's it.
But you gotta have time to enjoy the thing that
Toll
you're
House.
making.
Toll House.
Come on, guys.
Toll House bucket.
Hold on a second. All
Team
right,
House
all right.
bucket.
Let's go beyond the cookies for a second. When you're crafting a sandwich, all right, do you just throw some salami on a few slices of bread and you call it a day, or do you get a nice a slather of mayo or
Yeah,
or
like you did on
if I knew you guys would be talking about food, I would have brought a basket or something. Hell,
picnic basket?
a picnic basket. I went to a Brazilian steakhouse today, so I had one meal today. So now I'm
Nice.
all right, okay, you know what? Let me bring this back to the comic book stuff. When do you have time to enjoy the stuff that you're producing? When do you have time to sit back and say, wow, this is good, and enjoy with the people that you're working on this for, that you're loving to share this with?
We're doing that right now.
Ah,
You have Mondays with Tom.
That's right.
When we get on these streams.
Mondays with Tom.
Yeah.
Plus, that's also the cons, right? Is you get to go to the con, you actually get to talk to people, whether you know them or not. You get to put the book in their hand and be like, "Hey, this is an awesome
I make
thing."
best
Like,
friends in every line I'm in.
yeah, like look at everything. Here's all the things that we do, and then you go back to the con, and there's more, and there's more, and there's more. I mean, hopefully there's more. And so for me, that is the kind of the cool part about the cons is, if you go back to the same one every year you're coming back with new product for those people. And you're building that audience by returning to that con. Now, obviously, if it's a dead zone, you got to cut it off. But if it's working at all, you have the possibility of returning and saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm back. Hey, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back." And the people, at least the locals that go to that con regularly every year, they will recognize, "Hey, weren't you here last year? Oh yeah, cool. Well, what do you got this time?"
For me, it's cracking open the box when I get it from the printer.
That's
It's cracking open. It's looking at the book when I finally have it, the finished product, going through it, reading it again, and picking out my errors so I can fix it for the next one.
Finding your errors.
I got my metal covers today. That's what I got in the mail.
My new thing is going to be going to comic shops, standing by the books and harassing people until they buy it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I got something, Marvin. I got something for you. You'll like this. Okay. You know how you're at the con and people come to your booth and you're talking to them about the books and they'll say something like, "Hey, you're going to be here all weekend?" "Yeah, we'll be here all weekend." "Okay, cool. We're going to look around. We're going to come back." Right. That's very normal. Right.
Right.
What I'm going to do this year is I'm going to give them promissory notes that says, "I promise to return to booth such and such and such." Right. Okay, here, take this. It's got our booth number on it. And it'll say, "I promise I'm coming back to blah, 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 blah." And then if they do come back, I'm going to give them like a discount. I'm going to be like, "Hey, you came back, 10% discount." Right.
Yeah.
But I'm at least going to throw the shame at them.
I
There you go.
like that.
There you go. Look, I got these today.
Pogs? You got Pogs?
It's a coaster.
It's a coaster.
He said Pogs.
Look, talking about dating yourself.
Are we all just like rehashing the 90s stuff? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pogs are back.
Pogs are back.
Listen, I guarantee you, you put Pogs on one of your campaign things as a stretch goal, people will flip their shit.
I'm sure.
There's a company that makes Pog sheets, so you can get like different Pogs on a sheet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So who's going to be the first to attach 97 to the end of one of their campaigns?
Nah, no, we got to go forward. We got to go to 98.
98.
All right. So, at what point though do you start to say, without being rich, do you start, I need help. I need help to take one of these things off
Oh,
of
I need
my
help right
workload.
now.
Okay. All right.
So-
What made you come to the point that you say you need help?
Because I know that primarily it's like I need help for the shipping period.
Okay.
Because number one, it'll just go faster. Just to help me out, it'll go faster. It'll get it into their hands faster. But if I'm sitting there packaging, 500 packages, I'm not writing and I'm not editing and I'm not making videos for campaigns and I'm not doing anything else. So that sort of thing is just sort of physical labor, learned labor. You still have to teach somebody how to do it, but that's something that you can be like, hey, I need you to ship for the next 2 weeks and get all these packages out while I still do the creative side that only I can do. So I'm really close to that point. I'm almost at that point. And it's only a part-time job, right? So the guy would have to know, like, look, you're going to come in every other month for 2 weeks and do this. And if you can manage this, then we'll see what else you might be able to do within the larger scheme to become a little more regular work. But otherwise, it's just, here's a part-time physical labor job. I'll pay you whatever and
A
we'll
freelance,
get it done.
a freelance gig, right? A part-time,
Yeah.
right? Basically a roadie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because this is something I was talking about with Calderon yesterday. I think I'm at a point where I need help with certain things. But one of the things that I can give up is one of the things I have fun doing.
Bagging and boarding.
I'm a kind of hesitant to even give that part up. Right. So is the stubborn part of me getting in the way of,
well, what part do you like that you need to give up?
well, one of the things that I feel maybe I can slightly use the term an artist, right, is when it comes to lettering the book, right? I work on it. My wife works on it. I feel it's the final draft of my book.
Sure.
But it allows me also to be creative and see things that maybe I had not even thought of.
Sure.
Jay,
hire somebody.
Yeah.
Move on. Move on.
I
There's
know.
plenty of good letterers. I can give you names.
Right. Right.
But no, I do get that. I do get that. If it's something that you actually enjoy doing, that's the hardest part to give up. 100%.
You don't want to give that part, right? What about you guys, Carissa, Marvin?
I think I'm far off from needing any help right now. Maybe mentally, but I just started a year ago, so I don't have Tom's numbers, so I think I'm good for another year or two.
I don't know, kid. You're dropping one every other week. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not hitting, in the single shot home run, your on base percentage is up there. You're doing good numbers. You're doing.
I think I'm doing okay for. I mean, I thought I was doing horrible, and then I was like, I'm doing way better than some people. So, yeah. I mean, I have to because we're inking issue 15 now. So,
okay.
So 9's live. So we're a little ahead. A little ahead. Yeah.
How many people here are 6 issues ahead of their production?
Well,
I've gotten myself to be 1 ahead at this point. I'm thrilled with being 1 ahead.
When he should finish 22 by the end of the year. And then that literally is a whole entire year ahead because 22 can't even be released until January of 2028 or something. So it's like 2027.
So this being your rookie year, this is your sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
You're
is it freshman, sophomore? Yeah.
Right. So you're already, you're out producing me. Thanks. I've moved.
Because she hired a letterer, Jay. She hired a letterer.
I did hire a letterer.
Right.
It changes the whole game.
Yeah. I love it. I love getting new pages. I mean, I don't do anything. I already wrote the entire series. I'm writing series 3 now, but I mean, series 1's completely done, and scripts are up until I don't know issue 25, and so really all I do is write new books. I finished book 13 last week, and I'm 20% through 14, and I added something to 15. So I just write wherever the hell I am. So
I want to point down Shing for a second. You don't count. You started production on your book in 1972, bro. you got a hell of a head start, brother. You got a hell of a head start. But you're making waves. So way to be on that.
Yeah,
bro.
this is my ninth campaign. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at it.
And my next one is April 29th.
Okay. April 29th. And the one after that is January 17th. And the one after that is June 7th. And the one after that is October 12th.
I have dates if you want dates. I have dates. The only one that's short is I desperately want to do issue 14 because that is the first segment of the zombie range of the 10 issues of zombies. So that's why I'm doing that in November for like 2 weeks. Otherwise, it would have to wait till January. So the hardcover and issue 13 is going to be in October, and then at the end of November is going to be 14, and then January is 15. So
now, Marvin and Tom, you guys on the panel are also in the direct market. So how do you feel adding that to your schedule? Is it more time consuming? Is it harder to process it, or do you have a chart, a board? Do you have things color coordinated for how you spend the time to work on A over B? Where you at with that?
I don't think you have to color coordinate it. I mean, it's because the books are already done, so you're kind of in the mix of just sending that stuff to the printer right now. Once you get your purchase order back from Diamond. So, but just to jump back a little bit, I would love to have somebody do bags and boards for me because that's ridiculous. I hate it.
I just do it while I'm watching TV.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I do the same. Yeah,
it's just the thing of pick one up, put it
but yeah, no, you're not wrong, Marvin. It's just that physical labor of I need to do 1,000 bags and boards.
Yeah,
Jesus,
the repetition of it.
Yeah.
Pick a good TV show or a good movie, man, and just that's what I do.
Yeah.
I've watched all the good TV shows already.
There's always something.
There's only 5 good TV shows to watch.
So
well, but you're bagging and boarding. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to be noise.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, hold on. What are the 5 good TV shows for you right now?
I was just kidding.
Oh, okay.
He was going to say Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah,
that's one.
G.I. Joe, Transformers, TurboTax,
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. That's fine.
The original Space Ghost, not that.
Yes.
Not that talk show crap. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, all you people. I couldn't do it.
I love the original Space
I will say when he got fired and Birdman took over and Birdman kept passing out because all his powers are come from the sun and the shows at night was hilarious.
I did not see that.
I didn't see that either.
I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that either. Okay. So, all right. So you're finding a good show. So you're saying last night while I was watching Roadhouse, I should have been bagging and boarding.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
That was such.
I'll sit down with a couple of Godzilla movies and just marathon it while I was like, okay, 2,000 bags and boards are done.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It becomes so like just you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
Look, sit down, watch the extended Lord of the Rings. You'll bag 10,000.
No, I can't recommend that. I can't recommend that, JD.
I'm sorry, that's putting me to sleep. Are we talking about the first one, the second one, or the third one?
Doesn't matter.
Just the whole,
you can't recommend that.
The whole
I'm talking about the other one with the hobbits and Cumberbatch doing the dragon thing.
No.
Desolation.
Not that one. I'm talking about the Lord of the Rings, the first 3 movies.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
It's all Peter Jackson.
Yeah, but it's all different. It's a completely different story. Even I know
Yeah,
that.
it's a different
Okay, all your comic books are the same because you wrote them.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, okay. Now we understand. Don't open the door, Jay. Don't open the door.
Listen, I like the first one where the guy kicked the helmet and they were chasing the little ones, the mini-me's around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't like the last one because
the strangest description of the Lord of the Rings ever.
The DVD, I didn't have to watch it all on the screen. I was ready to leave. I was halfway at the theater before we got to the last one.
Of all the Lord of the Rings stuff, you just remember him kicking the helmet.
He kicked the helmet.
Yeah, he broke his toe for real. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all the only reason
That's why he
you
remembers it.
That's all. That's all. That's it. The second one, I really wasn't feeling the Viking Lord of the Rings. That
Twin
didn't do it for
Towers?
me.
Yeah, Twin Towers was the worst of them.
You know,
for sure.
I felt bad because it's like, okay, I want to get serious for a second.
blocked.
You know,
And now there's no one
Yeah.
watching.
I'm about to kick some people off my show.
I'm a fan of Rhys Davies, right? But he was the little guy and he was the tree. He didn't need to be both. He didn't. You telling me you couldn't find another voice for the tree guy?
He was the tree too. Is that
I
right?
didn't know that.
That can't be true.
No, that's not
100%.
true.
100% true.
There's no way he played a
You guys
tree
claim you
and
know
Gimli.
this. 100% true, guys.
No.
Who
I
are you
don't know.
saying is the tree and what else is he?
You
He
talking
was
about
he was Legolas's best friend.
Yeah, he was isn't it Gimli? Isn't that his name?
It was
Yeah,
Gimli,
yeah,
He was like a
yeah,
gnome
yeah.
or whatever.
he was a dwarf.
The
Jesus.
dwarf.
He was that,
Yeah.
and he was the tree. You see. This is coming from somebody who's like, oh, you know, not as vested as the rest of you guys. All right. You see, okay, tread lightly. Yeah,
Treebeard.
blasphemy,
There you go.
whatever. Bro, he was perfect.
Listen, if you want to watch Lord of the Rings stuff, you just watch the original animated Hobbit. That is brilliant.
You see,
Yes,
that's
yes,
my
that's a
wife
good
as
movie.
kid,
Yes.
That's brilliant.
because those
Yes.
wraiths were they
I
used
was-
they used the rotoscoping.
I was
No, I'm not
waiting-
even
no,
talking
no, no.
Lord of the Rings cartoon. I'm talking
No,
about the
he's-
Hobbit movie.
The Hobbit from Rankin and Bass. I was waiting for them in the new movies to do the Where There's a Whip, There's a Way song, and they didn't do it. I was very disappointed.
You know, Rankin and Bass is very underrated for the animated stuff,
Yes.
right? Not just the Thundercats, the Silverhawks. What was it? The unicorn?
Yeah, The Last Unicorn. They
The Last
did
Unicorn.
They did The Last Unicorn. They did Rock and Rule.
Rock and Roll. There we go.
Rock and Rule. John Celestri, friend of the show. He
Yeah.
he animated a couple of the characters on there.
All right. 1978 Hobbit was the
It's
best.
the best.
That
Yes.
was so edited. Yes.
The best.
Or was it 77? I don't know. The
I
Last
love the
Unicorn.
last unicorn
Who did
I
Fire
watch
and Ice?
all the time.
Who did what?
I
Fire and
watched
Ice.
the what?
That's-
Oh, that was
isn't
Ralph Bakshi.
Ralph Bakshi. Yeah.
Actually, okay.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Ralph Bakshi with Frank Frazetta.
That was very, very rotoscoped.
Well, it was all rotoscope.
I'm
Not
still
very. It
stuck
just
on
was.
Treebeard. I'm
Yeah.
not even listening.
It either is or it isn't really.
Right. It is. The whole thing was rotoscope.
No, because you know what? Filmation made a whole studio half rotoscope for the stuff that was going to get recycled,
Yeah.
and the rest was just plug and play stuff.
Right. But Ralph Bakshi was just all rotoscope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He
Now
didn't
you-
do any work
now-
with.
Now I just want to watch Secret of Nim now, so I'll do that.
I love that movie too.
Yeah. Secret of Nim was a great movie.
We know you love Secret of Him. Come on.
So you get terrified by that owl.
Mm-hmm.
The scary owl.
You know,
I
I
watched all
never
this
saw,
shit when I was like 6, so that
I never
explains
saw
a lot.
that little toaster one.
Brave Little Toaster.
The
Brave
Brave Little
Little- I never
Toaster,
saw that. Who did that?
You had half the title in what you said. You still didn't get
Yeah.
it.
Little toaster, because I didn't watch it, bro. I didn't watch
You know
it.
the Brave Little Toaster. It wasn't as good as the other ones, though. I like the.
Wow,
I like,
this is
I
the most
watched-
streamlined show I've ever been on.
Stream of consciousness. Yes. We're just like, whatever.
Streamland, baby. We're talking Streamland, brother.
It's good.
Come on.
I like it. It's fine. I like it.
Mhm.
I love the rabbit hole shows. It's fun.
Not cool. Not cool. Because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you didn't watch Star Chasers.
Yeah.
Star Chasers. Yeah. It was Star Chasers, right?
Dude, what's Star
Which-
Chasers? That's not a thing.
Star Blazers.
Navigator.
Star
Blazers.
Blazers.
Star Blazers.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Star Blazers.
Yeah.
And he's complaining about not watching, and then he doesn't even know the title. Okay.
Seriously.
As long as I'm off to par, what's
I-
going on?
I thought you said you weren't going to drink tonight.
Smoke something.
I'm not. I got allergies. I
Popped
need
up
help
on
processing
Goofball.
my
That wasn't an incense.
Uh-huh.
Heavy Traffic had some live action. All right.
Yeah.
They made a
Uh,
live action Star Blazers movie. It was really
Yeah.
bad. It was really bad.
What's funny is
But they use all the old music, so you kind of, as you're watching this bad movie, they're playing the old tunes, and you're like,
Was-
okay,
Was
I
it as
can-
bad as the Thunderbirds live action?
it's bad. It's
I
just
never
bad.
saw that.
It's really unfortunate that it was what it was, but
Now you have to go watch. Watch Yatterman.
Hmm?
I want to see a live action.
Thunderbirds the Puppets went live action.
Yes, with Bill Paxton was in that, I believe.
Really?
Oh my God, I forgot. I had blocked that out, dude. Wow.
I'm happy
I forgot that
you
existed. Holy cow!
Live action.
Wow.
I did not see it. No.
Okay. We went
So
all
to
over
answer your question, Jay, and put this back on track, I am in retail stores, but mine is a little bit different even from Marvin, because all I have to do is send my stuff to AP, and then they do all of the infrastructure work. So my schedule is just, hey, every other month we need the new covers, and then as soon as they're ready to go to print, I send them the print files, and they do all the rest of it. So that's sort of one of the advantages. There's always the talk about like, should I do this myself? Should I go to a publisher and do it, and so on? And there are advantages to hooking up with a publisher, and one of them is that they will do the grunt work for you. And we're all talking about the grunt work here that we don't want to do. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to translate to a better bottom dollar for you when you're working through another publisher, but there is an ease of use that goes through that. And for me, it's like, oh, I need a couple covers this month. There you go, AP, go ahead. And that's basically it. And then they send me comps when the books show up, and I'm like, yay, look, they look badass. And that's it.
So you didn't have to carve out time from your schedule.
No, I mean, as long as I know when they need the new covers and when they need print files, that's it. And that takes a day to arrange that stuff. So that's pretty.
Right, but we've both done both, right?
I have done both, yeah. Which is why I have not been in Diamond since I've come back, because I don't want all of that extra work. Because it is me. Back when I was back in Diamond originally, I was married. I had my wife helping me, and then we actually had somebody helping us, like a literal actual employee who was doing stuff for us. So I got to focus on a lot of the creative while they were doing sort of the business and the shipping and so on. So now that it's just me coming out of Aspen and figuring out like, how do I do comics again? And everything's on my shoulders. I have to be like, look, I can't do all of that until I kind of rebuild the company and the brand and everything. And then, and then at that point, I'd been thinking about going back in for a few years. And even for next year, because next year is our 15-year anniversary. So I was like, do I take that dive again and be like, hey, we're back and it's 15 years and does anybody care? But then AP came around and I was like, oh, this might be just sort of the easier door for me to grow what I'm doing, to reach the next point where I might actually, need a little more help and so on and so on.
So I mean that could be a kind of a push in directions for other people out there who are listening. Do I want to sign with a publisher and possibly not hit my bottom line, or do I want to do it myself, hit my bottom line, but it's more work? So get those.
Well, and it also depends on your product too. Like for me, they're just taking old stuff. There's no cost to me, to them, zero. It's just, well, no, that's not true. I pay for the new covers, of course, but that's a minimal expense if you're doing it right. So if you're coming into a publisher with existing material rather than, hey, here's something brand new that no one's ever seen before, and I just spent $5,000 on it, you're probably not going to make that $5,000 back. But if you did a Kickstarter to fund it, and now you're just sitting on made material that you can take to AP or Scout or Vault or whoever, it changes the dynamic of what you can do within the retail market and what you need to get back from it.
So for you guys, direct market was not your first choice, but you're utilizing it as another stream of revenue.
Well, it was my first choice when I started. When I started, it was the only choice, because Kickstarter existed, but it was not what it is now. It was a tiny little thing that, it was, people were like, what is this? So for me, Kickstarter allowed me to switch my focus. It gave me a door that I didn't know I needed or wanted at all. But because I was with Aspen at the time, and they were even reprinting my stuff for 3 years, right? And we did a little bit of new stuff, but it was mostly reprints. When I came out of that, it was either, okay, go back into as Big Dog Inc. and just because I know how that works, or let's try Kickstarter and see what that is and what that does. And when we did that, I mean, our first campaign, we did like 16,000 with 300 backers, or not quite 300. It's like 250 backers.
Okay.
So it was like a huge, like, holy shit, like this is, my eyes just opened at that point. And I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Let's focus here. And then again, that's what Brian Polito did too. He brought Lady Death back through Kickstarter for 2 years. And then 2 years later, he took all of that content that he had built and took that back to retail. And he was just releasing old product through retail.
We were talking about it last week, right? Consistency.
Yeah.
And he's got there's a Lady Death fighting game just getting ready to pop up on Kickstarter, I think, in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carissa and Calderon, do you see yourselves at some point in the future going into the dark market?
No.
Why not?
That sounds like thought process and things I don't really want to learn or deal with. I just want to make enough to make the next 7th issue, I suppose.
Okay.
And just go from there. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's something that I would do, but I guess I can't really say that in the future. But for now, it's not something I want to really do.
Gotcha. Calderon, what do you think?
Eventually. I mean, I have plans and I have things that I'm working on, that I'm looking towards the future to help build not just myself, but everyone within the community, try to build everyone up to try to make better numbers for ourselves. Because we know there's a segment, there's a numbers that we're sitting in. We're sitting in numbers between, I don't know, 2,000, anywhere from like 1,500, 1,500 to about 3,000, 3,500, depending where you're at, what you're doing. But, to see if we could push those numbers up for everybody across the board, I don't see any reason why, there's certain books selling 30, 40,000 books, and why, I'm not saying we're going to reach those levels, but if we could double the numbers where we're at, that's what I'm looking to do. I'm going to see if I can try to help out with that type of situation. And that's my goal. My goal is to just try to, like, if we can double our numbers, say go from 1,500 to 3,000, you understand, to get from 2,000 to 4,000. You understand? I don't think that's a big ask, right?
Well, I can tell you that for us, our peak was 7,000 units. That was our best ever sale book.
With AP or
no, by myself, just us.
Okay.
At Big Dog Inc. So, and that was with Scheherazade. And we did 7,000 on the 0 issue. We did 5,000 on the number 1. And then I think it fell down to like 4 the rest of the way. So you can do this, but there are sort of requirements for it.
Okay.
And some of those requirements are what I keep telling people in this industry, is that art is supporting comics right now. And if you can put name people on your books, yes, they might be expensive, but if you can put name people on your books that have active fan bases, it will change the perception of your book. Even if they only buy it because of the cover, they're buying your book. And so, we had guys like Eric Basildua on our covers. We had Nia Rufino's first ever covers. So she built herself up on us with the Oz series. We had J. Scott Campbell on covers. We used a lot of names and a lot of people that were just about to peak, when we were starting. And it's just reality. And there's so many people that reject that. They're like, no, I just want to put out one cover. I want to have the story cover. I'm like, do you know how many books you have to sell one cover, one story cover at, $5 a book to make the 10,000 that it costs you to make this book? I mean, Jesus Christ, just do the math. Right. But if you can, you can do 2 things. One, do a variant cover that you can get a higher margin on, You know, you don't. It doesn't have to be $50 a book. It can be like 20. You know, just a nice, easier, higher margin. And then 2, it's a name that people know, and that artist hopefully will then talk to his fans or her fans on social media. Hey, I'm working for JD and I'm doing a cover for JD. It all is symbiotic. It all works together. Yeah. And if you can do that, you can start to level yourself up a little bit.
That's why Ivan Tao is who I have for next one. So he's this one, the medal I just got in.
Oh,
so he's probably the most I ever spent on a cover. He was recommended by somebody. I love his work. He does gorgeous work. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. It's the first time. So,
but even through Diamond, you can offer multiple covers.
Yes.
Right. And you can also even just if they're extra covers, you can charge extra for those covers. You can charge instead of being a $4.99 book, it'd be a $6.99 book, it'd be a $7.99 book. Yep. We've seen I don't know, Avatar do it. A couple
AP
others.
does that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Broadsword does it.
Incentive covers also based on order units.
Yep.
Right. You can also, if you can get really good in with a few stores. I know Travis Gibb does this a lot, where he goes out and he finds stores that'll pick up covers just for their shops.
Yep.
You know, so if you can work out those types of deals, you can sell an extra 200-300 books. I mean, usually they pick up the cost on the cover, and then just swapping out plates and so on and so forth. There's extra costs involved.
Marvel did that with Star Wars, right? They made like 100 or 200 different covers.
They do it all the time.
And they just told stores pick your cover.
Yeah,
right? And they
like
exclusives.
I think Midtown Comics has like 3 or 4 of them a month from Marvel and DC. Like they have scads of them.
Right. I mean, it's just taking more bites of the apple, right? We don't own burger shops. We don't own pizzerias where people are going to come in every day and pick up a slice or two. We're selling a product that.
And you guys mentioned food way too much on this show.
We keep it popping here.
I love food. Come on, kid. I can't talk about food on Calderon's show. He gets upset. He starts to like wrangle me in. But you know what? I got free reign. I got free reign. I can do what we want.
I want pizzas. I want a cookie. I don't know.
Burgers? Come on. Wait till I start talking about whiskeys. You know what I mean? Come on. What do you mean? You should be upset that you're not joining the 4 of us and not having something in place of your beard tonight. Because at least Carissa has a stuffed animal. You know, her plushie curling up for the beard, bro. What do you got? That's not a beard. That's not a beard.
JD electrolytes. Electrolytes and coaster pods.
He's got that Brondo. It's got what plants crave.
What was that? That was one of your books?
Yeah, that's La Blue Girl.
That's La Blue Girl. That's one of the first books. This is the very first book I ever got paid to write. So this is my first professional work. So that's what that is.
Last night watching Devil with the Misses. Okay, good. All right, listen. So we got my cousin. He's gonna be watching the Devil. Watching the Devil. Is that a movie?
Yes.
Yeah, Late Night with the Devil. Yeah.
Oh, that's the Oh my God.
The TV is a TV. It's a talk show. Yeah.
That came out in the theaters, or that's all on Amazon or something?
I think it's only in theaters.
It's very limited release.
Started yesterday.
I would have rather watched that than Roadhouse. Jesus Christ.
Or Ghostbusters. Did you watch Ghostbusters?
Listen, if you need to watch a movie, you just watch Jaws. That's it.
I got it.
Just watch Jaws again.
And keep looking for Big Shark.
Watch it again and watch it again and watch it again.
The first Jaws, you have to watch Jaws 4.
Oh, when they went to the islands.
When the shark roars like a lion.
With Mario Van Peebles and the Dread?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know there's two versions of that movie, one where he dies and one where he lives?
Yes. Well, it's not even that. I mean, there's the death scene for the shark is completely different too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I'm still stuck on Jaws 3 with Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid.
So bad that it's good. That's a truly so bad it's good. Yeah, that has the baby shark. Yeah.
I love that one. I really watched the whole time.
Yeah, that's a so bad it's good movie. Yes, for sure.
We were just watching. We go to aquariums and we were just watching a video and it was leaking and buckets, and the people were just walking by it like it was nothing in the tunnel of water. And I'm just like, did you not see yours?
I'm out. I'm not even walking through that.
Yeah,
I'm traumatized. That
it was coming like a waterfall coming down. And the guy's trying to hold up a bucket to it, but it's coming like all out. And people are just walking by, and I'm like, did you see that the flood is coming? Like, what are you doing?
That's a joke.
That sounds like it's rigged. That sounds like a Disneyland thing where it's rigged. Like they made the waterfall on purpose, and then they're like, let's hire a doofus to hold a bucket up there too.
It's like one of those Universal Tour things where you get drowned in a tunnel.
Yeah,
that's like that Willy Wonka experience that happened in England. No way am I going to buy tickets for the Willy Wonka.
I thought that was a joke with the meth lab, but that's really how it looked.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. But the lady turned chicken shit into chicken soup. You know what I mean? And she's building. Was it an OnlyFans career or a fucking cameo career or something like that?
I don't know. I like the guy. The guy was funny. That was one of the Willy Wonkas. He was funny.
Yeah, no. I'm staying away from all Wonka. Fuck that. That's a horror movie in my mind.
Then they added the unknown.
It's got a dirty tunnel.
Yeah.
It's got a dirty tunnel. It's got a dirty tunnel. I know Calderon loves Wonka. That's one of his favorite flicks of all time.
They didn't even have chocolate.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. What was wrong with it?
They had a chocolate.
I mean, just because you're a little bitch and you're scared of it doesn't mean like it's a bad movie.
I watched The Shining as a kid and I didn't get scared of that. But I watched fucking Willy Wonka and I scared the shit out of me.
That's because you're a fat kid. That's it. That's you're just self-interest with you.
Yeah, bro.
I was like,
it was
how does
highly
it affect
triggering,
me? Because I'm a fat fuck.
That kid fell in the chocolate river.
Chocolate. That was it.
Not only did he fall in the chocolate liver, the boat only had enough seats if he didn't get to it. So
it was a setup.
But you don't think I suffered?
What?
You don't think I suffered though? When Tommy Boy, Fat Man, and a little coat. I know that feeling. I know that.
No, you don't think you suffered.
I suffered. I know how he felt, Fat Man in a little coat. Come on, bro. Shit.
No, the Willy Wonka one you have to watch is when they do it on Futurama, Fry in the Slurm Factory.
I saw it.
And the Grunka Lunkas are singing, and the professor goes, "Who are those horrible orange creatures over there?" He goes, "Those are the Grunka Lunkas. Tell them I hate them."
I like when they found out where the slur came from, or the drink that he had. That was nasty.
Oh, what's nasty is what the fucking schnozberries really meant. That was fucking nasty. Fucking Roald Dahl. Fucking Roald Dahl was the fucking first Harvey Weinstein. He's the first fucking Diddy, bro. Come on, man. Fucking scary son of a bitch.
I'm surprised you're talking about food again.
Everything leads to food.
Yeah.
Food, because it's good stuff. Who doesn't love food?
Yeah, if you're going to talk about it, you have to bring enough food for the class so that we could all have. Now I'm sitting here. I got no pizza, no chocolate, no cookie.
Well,
no
speaking of food, Marvin, you're coming to New York Comic Con, right? You locked it in?
I'm moving, inching closer to making that happen.
Because we're having a fucking barbecue night on setup night. Make sure you're here on Wednesday. All right.
Trying to entice me with barbecue.
And we're gonna be doing something with Everyone Comics, which is gonna be 2 blocks away from the place that we're gonna be doing this at. So more to come on that, folks.
As a matter of fact, what we should probably look into is the thing you were talking about last year, is probably seeing if we can get a panel together. Say Marvin's going to be there.
That'd be great. And that would be great. Carissa, you coming back to New York for New York Comic Con, kid? Come back home?
You talk about October?
October.
What New York? I only know the New York City Con. What con are you talking about?
New York Comic Con from Repop. That's going to be, I believe, the weekend of October 19th. I'm not sure what.
I just said
Didn't
October.
Didn't she tell you she was tired of getting ripped off his shows?
Oh yeah, they won't let me in.
That's why you don't do the other big New York show. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to do anything else.
The New York wouldn't let me in, and Atlanta wouldn't let me in. But I might go like shop. I don't know.
See, that's the thing. New York's not letting you in because everybody's shooting for Artist Alley. Don't go for Artist Alley.
Yeah, pay the extra $800.
No. Let me just get right on that when I don't sell at bigger cons. So you're right. Let me just shell out $1,000 and go there.
It's not a grand. It's 1,400. Come on.
You've got a ton of merch. You could cover your expenses. Dude.
It's true. The fact that you have all those plushies, that would be a game changer on the main floor for sure. 100%.
100%. And I'm not trying to bust your chops on that.
Yeah.
I'm not. I wish I had something that could also capture the geek girl as well as the geek guy. I do. And you got no. You joke. But I think about that all of the time, right? It's like you go. Excuse me. I see New York Comic Con couples all of the time, right? And whether it's them with their kids,
My husband's a girl in this scenario.
Okay, all right, but
it's tagged along.
I've got that stuff, and the guy in the group would just okay there, and his lady's like looking around. I don't have anything to capture her. How do I get that? How do I get them involved? How do I capture that sale? And you have that. That'd be great, man.
I'm hoping I'm going to definitely bring my Anubis, which I think is funny because I literally just said to my husband today that last time I was in Nashville, people were asking for a plushie, and I walked out and I said, I wish I could afford to get an Anubis plushie. So now I have an Anubis plushie. So I'm bringing the plushies for sure, and I have the hardcovers. So
look at that hardcovers will move. People will pay for that premium item.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
And I mean, I tell Calderon all the time he can move all of those vinyl units that he still has in storage at New York Comic Con. You could, dude. You can get something back on
it.
Man.
It's a solid maybe.
It's a solid maybe. You said a solid maybe last year.
The bolded maybe in italics.
How many real dolls do you have in your basement?
How many what?
Tom, basements plural. You have a lake. Calderon has multiple houses. All right, don't sleep on Caldi, bro.
Filled with real dolls.
Well,
What's he got?
Monkeys. Filled with monkeys.
Oh, filled with monkeys. Yeah.
Monkeys with swords. There you go,
dude. And you got the variant of that too, right?
Yeah. Oh, that is the variant.
That is the variant.
Yeah.
All right. So which one do you have more?
I have two glows. I have a green and a blue glow. I have this variant. I have a straight black and white one. I have the full color one. I have a full color one with blood on it. So there you go.
So why was that never kickstarted?
Because this occurred before Kickstarter existed.
So so then why not Indiegogo it? Why not move it on one of the other many platforms that are coming out there today?
Well, it's kind of like you said, do you know how many Kickstarters I do a year?
How many?
3?
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Well, that's true. You have been picking it up because you got multiple books going on now. That's true.
Right. 6 to 8, and this year might, I'll see if I can get 10 to 12 of them suckers going.
See, this is coming from Ramos is a toy collector, though, right?
Yeah.
He's got his Secret Wars out there.
And we do offer them whenever we do a Tall Tales campaign. We do offer them up, and we have sold quite a few of them through that. So,
what are you waiting for, bro? Move it.
I just said. Did I not?
No, but excuse me. Move it as the spotlight item.
Oh, yeah, maybe, sure, sooner or later, maybe.
Yeah, because you could do you could do the same thing. Like you're doing a comic with the toy as an add-on thing, but you could reverse it. You could do a toy campaign with the comics as the add-on.
Yeah, but then I actually have to do like inventory.
So
I'm going to tell you what I told Jay about lettering. Hire somebody to count.
Weren't you the motherfucker that earlier tonight was saying, go around the block, ride a bike, and then come back and do it? Didn't you tell me to do that?
Yeah, well, that's talking about comic book work. That's not actually talking about going to count toys. All right. One I enjoy, the other one I did.
But aren't they just in cases? Like that one's got 36 and I've got 4 cases. It should be.
But it's in the other house, and I got to go over there and I
got to go to my other house.
The other house. You admitted it. Sandbagging son of a bitch.
I'm not taking shit for the lake anymore. I'm going to hear about JD's other house.
We just have the basement. We rented out.
All right. But you said, it's comics. It's not. This is business. At the end of the day, whether we want to admit it or not, we became business people.
I just did my taxes. It's definitely business.
Oh yeah.
I spent double what I spend on my business that pays for this. So I don't know how that my expenses are just through the roof, but
I'm about to do my taxes tomorrow, and I spent $2,300 on shipping alone last year.
Dude, I spent $2,300 on shipping in a campaign, easily.
That's because you got like 700 fucking backers per campaign, dude.
Yeah.
I've never broken 200 backers in a campaign. It's like, I'm pulling in Polino numbers over here, and come on.
You don't want to know what I spent.
Well, that's the thing, because you send a lot of odd size packages with the plushies and with all the other stuff.
Yeah. Plus, I pay for the 6 issues that are ahead. That I don't have Kickstarters for, so I have.
Yeah, but that's great. That's a great tax deduction. If you're that far ahead, you're just like, yeah, man, I got 20 grand out. Take that deduction.
It's like twice that, but yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing it until I lose the house. It's all good.
Whoa,
and then I'll be renting out one of his basements or something. I don't know.
We can move you next to the monkeys.
Yeah.
Notice how subtly he dropped that, though, right? He was like, "I gotta get it. It's in the other house." Bum, bum, bum.
It is. It's not even. That's where it's fucking at.
You see, folks. You see, if you're a couple and you both work in comic books, you can make the money.
Yeah, well,
2 houses in New York is not cheap, ladies and gentlemen.
Just one house is not cheap.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna get involved into your dumb fuckery. So.
Well, it's not just fuckery; it's dumb fuckery.
There you go. Right, but he admitted it. So
there's nothing to admit. It's facts.
How much you spend on shipping to from the printer to Diamond?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's baked in. So, I mean, I don't really look at it. So it's probably, what, about $150 every shipment.
Okay. Pallet shipping. So.
Yeah. I mean, it would be more if, say, we wanted to ship it to one of their warehouses and then they have to split it up and send it somewhere else. They charge you for that, too, if you want to do it that way.
Okay.
So there's ways to do it. So you can send it to each of individual warehouse, or you can send it to one, and then they break it up and send it out.
What do you do with your excess books?
So I mean, I got some behind me. I got some in the other room, and those are for the web store. So web store, and then anything that's going to mostly local stores. So I still have some local stores that do some re-ups through me. And then other stores do re-ups through me first. So I'm shipping books still, like that.
So when when they put it for a re-up, what do you do?
I go to the printer and get some more printed, because if it's too low, we don't do it.
Okay,
it's not worth it.
Okay.
So then, to me, in that instance, if we knew what store it was, I would just contact them directly, which is what they're afraid of.
Right. And how do you find out in the long run which stores they are?
You don't. Through those means. So what I usually do is, when I know a book is coming out, I just scour like their newsletters and their YouTube channels. There's one store, Bat City in Florida, that's really good about not only showing our stuff, but doing reviews on camera when the books come out. So they read everything. So that helps us a lot, because they're giving us good word of mouth. Like Shannon does a really good job of going over every nuance of what's going on in those books, and she knows her stuff, so she's reading all the books. So that's what it usually comes down to, is like I'm finding out, like through the grapevine almost, of who ordered books. I mean, this is why I think that something like what ICV2 and Comic Hub is going to be better for us because we'll be able to see where the books are going.
Right now, you can reward one of the stores that are ordering from you in great volume because you don't know who they are, right? So it's like you can't do a convention in whatever Peoria, and oh my God, this one shop that's in Peoria is just so happening to order from you 200 units a clip. I'm like, oh, I want to take you out to dinner because I'm here at the convention. There's no way for you to do that.
No, not unless we stumble upon it or they communicate it through us too, because we send out a newsletter to the stores. So when they reply back and say, "Hey, we ordered," then we know. But I mean, not knowing is kind of detrimental to us because, like you said, we can't reward those stores with pins, buttons, cards, etc., etc. So we're kind of like blind to it.
Right. So, all right. One of the things I talked about was getting help. Right. The ambassador program, not that kind of help, Keller.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like, obviously the type of help you need. I think at this point you need a 9-step program. I mean, a 12-step program, 14-step. You need definitely a program.
It's a lot of steps. It's a lot of steps.
That's the top of the sales grill before you even go inside of it. You got to get that mental help.
That's true.
But, right.
And you can dump you right into the funnel.
Yeah.
Right?
The grail, the sales grail.
Sales grail.
Sales grail. Yes.
See, I'm the one that's having drinks, so you can remember sales grail. So, all right. No,
I didn't come up with it.
Hey, Marvin did. You were here though when it happened.
I thought Tom came up with it.
No, it was Marvin. Tom reinforced it.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
All right, but no, I want to talk about the ambassador program, right? And this is one of the things when we're talking about getting help.
Right. Did we not go over this multiple times already about the ambassador program? And didn't we figure out that it didn't work?
It did.
It did.
It did. So Aftershock was at Comic Pro last year, and they said that their business was up 35%.
Okay, well that's good.
Right? You mean up 35%, and they still went out of business because they can't pay anybody?
Yes. Well, I mean, if so remember, I need a good movie example about how when a business let's back up. So let's go back to 2020 during COVID. Nearly every business had record profits, like even like dollar stores and things like that. What did they do when they got record profits?
They bought boats.
Pizza party?
They fired everybody and shoveled the money into their CEO's pocket.
Oh.
They gave the CEO a raise and fired everybody, all their workers. So that like they were making the money was there. Who knows where it went? So there you go.
All right, but let's talk about something else. There's this along these lines. There's this guy, this YouTuber, right, Mr. Beast, and now he's starting to get into stores with his products. All right, he made this big thing about his chocolate now being at Walmart, and he's activating his followers.
Yes.
To reset the shelves for him, right? Those are in essence ambassadors, right? The evangelizers. So how do we utilize something like that in the comic book space?
You're having to do what I did back in COVID time and hit every YouTube channel you can. I was on everybody. I don't know if you remember seeing. I was everywhere in 2020. Anybody who was on YouTube, I was on their show, and I do it, but not as much because there's not as many, and a lot of those guys who were all in a force together all started splintering up and pretty much bad mouthing each other. So there's not many of them left, but I mean that's how you do it. Like you have to mobilize your strike force. I mean, like what Demetrio said is that your orders are going to come from your customers, not from the stores. People have to be your voice out into those realms where you can't get to. I can't be a voice in Alaska and Hawaii, but we do well in those states.
Really?
Yeah. Like we are. It's funny. Our biggest markets are California, Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Hawaii.
Pennsylvania is wildly high on our list of states.
So they give you the regions, but they're not giving you the stores.
Well, this is what we're finding by my own investigative work.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Diamond gives you nothing.
Yeah, you get nothing from them. So doing my own investigations, like watching like my stuff, when I have stuff on my YouTube, where the most people are watching, and it's always those areas. And when I do my inventory sales, it's always those same areas continuously where I'm getting the most growth. I'm starting to pick up steam in Texas, but those ones have been really good. Those states have been really good.
Okay.
So you put Carlos's comment up because he's right and he's wrong at the same time. So you're right, Carlos, in that you have to do stuff for yourself 100%, but you still are only in your own circle at that point. So if you were to go over and be on, let's just say Brian Polito did a show. If you were to go over and be on Brian Polito's show, your stuff would be exposed to a completely different audience. And that's why the podcast hopping does have value. You might not see it immediately. It might be a small number. You might only pick up one backer, but when you do it yourself, you are just in your own window, your own circle, and whatever you're able to do. But all these other guys have their circles all over the place. And if you can start to get yourself in there, then it's just more eyeballs. It's the sales grail funnel.
Right.
And then
it's the awareness.
Not always guys that are doing the podcast hopping. Right, Carissa? You like that? I like that segue.
I did 155 podcasts last year.
Jesus Christ.
Woman.
Well, 5 of those are probably yours.
Just no.
So really quickly, let's talk to people about this. So Worthy Chaos Redemption, Horror Supernatural Comics issues 1 through 9.
Is that a trade or is that single issues?
It's single issues, but there is a trade available for 1 through 7. It's a hardcover, and you can just get that as a tier if you want. You can just get issue 1 PDF, issue 1 printed, or you can get the hardcover as a tier.
But this one is really to raise the printing for issue number 9, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and to pay back the debt that's on my cards from paying for the issues. So, yeah.
We understand that. All right. So you got how many covers so far on this one?
I have 3. I usually stick with 3.
Okay. And this is the third? No, this is the interior page.
No, actually,
it's Carl Moline. He left me no room for a cover whatsoever, and then he felt guilty about it later. But yeah.
Yeah, you got to send out those templates sometimes.
Yeah.
I would think the artist should know, but okay. I told
agree with you,
Ivan,
but no, it doesn't happen.
I told Ivan, make sure you leave room for a title. He did not. So, but I'm not going to argue with him.
And this is the same artist you've been working with? Yeah?
Yes. Different colorist.
Different colorist. Who's the colorist?
Matt Chambers.
Okay. And these are the 2 plushies? Well,
I have like 15 plushies. I think in this one there's the Hellhound. There's Anubis, which is now in stock. It arrived, so that's good. They've been pre-ordered until like 2 weeks ago. Then there's the Skeleton Bird, and then we have the pre-orders. Or I think there's one left that you can get, but the zombie mental patients, where you could put your birthday or somebody that drives you crazy, their birthday on the back.
I remember that. Okay.
Where are you getting your plushies made?
My handmade ones are done through Down Home Textiles. They're way more expensive, but they're like limited edition and handmade and all that stuff. The Anubis are something that starts with an M that I never remember. So they're working on another one for me, but I don't think I'm gonna they doubled the price of it. It's the Basset, the cat version of Anubis. I'm just getting one for me for now. I probably won't get. They doubled the price for some reason, and it's the exact same thing with boobs, so there's really no reason.
More material because there's boobs.
Yeah, but you know what? If you see his legs, they're really funky. You can see it in the picture, like they're like crooked. Hers are straight, so right there should have been a reason it would be cheaper. So, whatever.
So you're telling me you don't have enough? You got look at all this merch you got in here. You got plushies, you got Legos, you got metal trading cards, you got necklaces.
Yep.
You got stickers. You got embroidered bookmarks.
Yep. That's the hardcover.
That's the
Metal,
hardcover.
that's the metal cover that actually just came today. It actually looks really good.
That's right. I remember that hardcover.
I love the hardcover. Yeah.
You can kill. You got pogs. I'm sorry, buttons.
Buttons,
On
yeah.
their back.
I hear Pogs are coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. You got 3D prints.
Yep. 2 of them, about 6 inches. I got pillows, which are here.
Look at that.
Pillows.
You got a skeleton bird plushie.
Yeah, he's like from issue 3, but everyone always wants one. So he's
There you
actually
go.
sold the most of him, besides the new Anubis.
This was your zombie that you were talking about.
Yeah, 1 sold and there's 1 left, and then you can get it as a pre-order if you want your own birthday or whatever numbers you want embroidered on the back. So
More Legos.
yep. And the rest are like ketchup tears and stuff.
Okay. And
then we have coloring books.
God damn, girl, coloring.
There's 1 printed coloring book now, but there's 2 digital because I'm ordering the second one in the next batch. So
The coloring book is different art, or is it just the art?
it's the covers, it's the inked covers, like the variants and stuff.
And then you got stickers, magnets, gold-plated coins.
Yep. And then lots of metal.
See, Jay, this is how you do a campaign. I want to see the next. I want to see the zombies campaign looking like this.
Oh, it's gonna be nowhere near that.
My mental patient zombie has a working straitjacket. So let me see you beat that one.
I'm not gonna even try.
My plushie queen's like, do you want the straitjacket working? I was like, what a stupid question. Of course I want it. Like, really? And the next campaign has new ones too. We're gonna have he's arriving Monday, but there's gonna be plushie Anubis as a puppy, and then there's Chatty, which is a new character in issue 10. So he'll be the next one. So I know 2 people already want to buy him. Huh?
You got 4 days left. You're funded.
2. Yep.
All right, and what happens when you hit 100 backers? Anything special?
I cheer. No, not really.
All right, the link is in the comments, folks. If anybody's interested in Worthy Chaos Redemption, horror supernatural comic issues 1 through 9.
Or you could just search Worthy Chaos. We're the only thing that pops up. We're actually redoing all of the covers. Well, I already paid to have them redoing, but I'm reprinting all the covers with. It's now going to be. I hate when you make me large. It's going to be Worthy Chaos.
I'm trying.
That is way too much of me.
Important. Come on.
It is way too much of me at once.
Put the plushie up in front. Put the plushie up if I make it large. There you go.
But, yeah. So I changed the cover, the title, because technically Redemption is the 5 novel arc, and there's like 5 different ones. So we changed all the titles so that Worthy Chaos is now the prominent title because it's more unique, and Redemption is the worst fucking name I could have chosen on the planet because there's like 700 on Kickstarter. So we're gonna focus more that Worthy Chaos is the title and Redemption is smaller, and it's just the arc of the 5 books that we have coming out. So yeah.
And somebody who doesn't have a problem with titles. Right.
Just making up words like Lovecraftian. That's not even real.
Hey, listen, half the people don't even know how to pronounce magi, so it's okay.
It's Maggie. It's Maggie.
I thought it was Maggie, but I know it's Magi.
I'm thinking this is the next, detective series on CBS, bro. Come on. Maggie Grace.
Magi's Grace.
Magi's Grace. Talk to us, brother.
All right. So basically, it's a supernatural story based around Grace and her partner, Magi. They hunt down cryptids. And, well, what we have is a collision of 2 worlds, cryptids and the supernatural. And they're coming together. And they're having issues, and these are the 2 that are brought in to help clean it up. So that's the story.
All right,
Aren't cryptids supernatural?
Excuse me?
Aren't cryptids supernatural?
No, they're biological.
Are they? They could be. I don't know.
Look.
That was a serious question. I was like, I've been to a class where they teach you how to study cryptoids, but I obviously slept through it, so I have no idea.
Wait, you went to a class in college, or
it was like one of those side classes you can take, and I was like, I want to learn about cryptids.
it was an elective?
So look,
Really?
that cover. Scroll back down, Jay. That cover is based on this cover.
The Matt Lunsford?
Yeah. So that they're both illustrated by Matt Lunsford. He homaged himself. So I asked him to do that.
Did he homage himself too?
He what?
Did he homage himself too?
Yes.
At least he didn't homage himself.
Yes, he didn't homage himself. Yes.
I thought it was homage, but okay, you guys.
Homage.
Like it's tomato. It's that.
Yeah,
you know?
they're both right.
Homage is the overseas definition. I'm not kidding. That's real.
the
homage is like the
French
French pronunciation. Yeah,
we'll go with that then.
Yeah. We'll go with that. It sounds nicer. It's like it's like aluminium.
Aluminium, yes.
Aluminium, yes.
Or
advertisement.
Jalapeno. It's a jalapeno.
Yes, there you go, jalapeno.
Oh my God! Next thing you're gonna say, these YouTube shows are advertisements.
Yes, advertisements. Yes.
Keep it on schedule over there. Keep it on schedule.
Yeah.
If you start spelling color with a U, we're gonna have fucking problems. Okay?
Kalur.
Kahlua. That's right. So these are the original covers, right? And
yes, these are the original
available.
Yes. So this is a second chance campaign. So this campaign had launched. We had already done it. We have the original covers. We got Lena Dye. The beautiful.
Okay.
Look, I got some of the books here. So that's the C. Michael Lanning. Diego, that's Lena Dye there. That's one of the original covers. And we have Joel Souza. And I have a bunch of others in the back. I only pulled out a few. But yeah, go back to the campaign.
It's not just me.
So we have the Lena Dye, so you can get her covers both. And this is Elsie Freitas.
That's an ass.
That is an ass. Baby got back. Yes.
Oh, baby got a little bottom too there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Narcelio Souza.
Okay.
So so they're available in virgin, regular, and prismatic foil.
Okay.
And these are some of the interior pages by C. Michael Lanning, where we see them, dealing with some stuff, and then we have the other plot that's coming involved. And basically, what it is, it's Innsmouth is being invaded by vampires. So, and then Magi and Grace are brought in to help clean it up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a fun
where's
story.
your plushies? I don't see any plushies.
Right there.
We're working on those.
It's right there. There's your
plushie. You got the plushie. Yeah, you got the plushie mouse pad, right? You're gonna get.
Yeah, we're gonna get the squeezable mouse pads. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So all right, you hit your goal. You got 30 backers. You got 26 days to go. This goes against Tom's credo of a 3-day campaign, but hey.
Yeah, but it has plushies on the picture, so it's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. For this one, we thought we'd give it a little bit more breathing room. I mean, we launched. When did we launch? We launched yesterday at noon. So it's doing all right.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I like
good.
Carlos's question to me: how many mortgages do I have out? I got lucky or unlucky because of my business, and since I was 18, I've always had credit cards that had over 13,000 limits. So
what the fuck?
Yeah, since I was 18. So that helped me have a lot of credit. So I've got like 5 of those now. So
what the fuck?
Yeah. So so one mortgage, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I hope you get a big refund on your taxes this year.
No, I have to pay like 15 grand. Yeah, especially because I didn't pay all my quarterly last year, so that'll be fun.
Mm.
I can't wait. That's why I didn't do it till yesterday. I'm not in a rush. I just have to pay.
Holy shit.
Carissa, you got to take a bath on these things. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably get me more backers.
Holy shit. That hurt me right there, kid.
I didn't say they were full. I just said I have the credit cards.
No, but still, you got to pay 15 grand. I'm pulling out every receipt that I can before tomorrow, even if it's $23. Ching, that's an expense right there.
Oh, my expenses are like 70,000. So I have expenses, but yeah.
So. She's making money.
She's making money.
She's making the dough.
She's making money.
She said she got a business. She wasn't joking.
Yeah, I do have a business. Which is funny because my she's supportive, but my mom was not as supportive as the business that pays for the comics. But she's super supportive of the comics. So I don't know why, but yeah. So I don't know, but
the other one, she's not. She's like,
yeah. Well, because my mom's a boomer, so she's corporate. She was always for a big corporate, and I didn't quit my corporate job to start my own business. I got fired, so laid off. I got laid off.
What was the corporate job? Can I ask?
I originally worked at a pharmaceutical company for 16 something years, and then they outsourced it to India, so it got outsourced. So I knew it was coming because they're stupid and they had departmental members, and our department wasn't anywhere on the chart. I was like, okay, we're obviously getting laid off soon. So I told my husband we can either move to the South and buy a house or live in a townhouse in Connecticut for the rest of our lives. And he chose to move south to buy a house. So
good job, because right now Connecticut is so overpriced. It's not even fun.
God, it was overpriced then. I can't imagine what it's like now.
Try Norwich.
Norwich.
That was random.
Why Norwich?
It's really cheap there because
Oh, you're saying it's cheaper. I was like,
oh yeah. Where
Connecticut.
Look up the prices. You'll see.
I was born.
Where Terrificon is at.
Yeah, try Ipswich. There you go.
It's right near where Terrificon is, and that's where we stay at when we do.
That's where I use Terrificon. Is where I what is it? Isn't that in one of the casinos? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, that's.
You're gonna do Terrificon?
No,
next year.
I won't this year. Next year I might, because I should probably visit my family eventually. And that makes it tax deductible, but I'm not in any rush. So
there you go. Tom, you're gonna do Terrificon? No.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
It's terrific.
And it's a con.
It's a con.
It's a good show. We've done well there every time we've done it.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to do it.
Yeah, and Ipswich is a town in H.P. Lovecraft lore, so there you go.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, I'm ready to buy a house in Bangor, Maine for fucking $80,000, 4 bedrooms. On the water.
Where I live used to be cheap, and now I officially could not afford my own house if I moved here. So, I mean, it's good.
And you're in Tennessee.
I'm in Tennessee, yeah. But my house is. I mean, it's a good thing. It's just scary, but it's more than doubled its value since I bought it. And I bought it like, I don't know, what year is it now? 9 years ago. So.
We're in Tennessee. You're up by the mountains, or you're like in close to
Smoky Mountains? Yeah, I'm between. I'm outside of Nashville, between Knoxville and Nashville area.
Smoky Mountains scared the shit out of me when I drove through.
I could smell the smoke when there was the fire up there, and when we drove by, we saw all the burnt trees, and we go to Gatlinburg like once a month, so that was like a huge thing that was going on.
Tom, how far are you from Detroit?
About 2 hours.
2 hours. And Marvin, you're right outside of Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm like 15 minutes from downtown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hours from Nashville, I think.
Okay. Calderon and me are really close to the city.
And 20 minutes out.
For anyone asking, the 5 boroughs of New York are not the city. Okay, the city is Manhattan. That's simple.
Mm-hmm.
That simple. If you come here, you say anything else, they're just gonna look at you like.
My mom's from the Bronx.
The Bronx. There you go.
She parks the car and makes coffee.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You gotta have the coffee.
As a Brooklyn boy, I'm not allowed in the Bronx. There's only one place, Yankee Stadium. That's it. You know.
I think she lived in Brooklyn too.
The Bronx Zoo.
The Bronx Zoo? Nah, not even there.
Yeah, I remember that.
I like the Bronx.
And there's no comic book shops around Yankee Stadium. There's no comic shops around the Brooklyn Zoo.
I was born near Nassau Coliseum, and
nice.
then
I'm not far.
I could walk. I could have walked there. I was allowed to ride my bike like 7 blocks from home, but I couldn't go to the parking lot of McDonald's. So I don't know. It was such a weird rule. I would be like 5 miles from home. My mom's like, you can't go to the parking lot, but of course my older brother can go. So he would eat French fries on the other side of the driveway of McDonald's like a dick. So
that's great. This here upsets me. This upsets me. As a Puerto Rican who's never been to New York City, I mean, that hurts me, bro.
No, you're not missing anything, Carlos.
Come on, man. That's the first stop once your family gets off the island, bro. It's there. It's New York City. You know, Tom, you are going to be dropping a campaign though in the next few days, aren't you?
2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight, April 6th.
And you don't have the.
He doesn't do pre-launch. He's too good for pre-launches.
I'll have my pre-launch probably on the 1st.
I'll have it an hour before.
Although honestly, it's almost ready. Like I'm ready to. Probably tomorrow it'll be done, and I'll send it off, and I'll actually have it earlier than normal. But yeah, I don't put much stock in pre-launch pages. It's pretty meaningless in my experience. So
it's for ego boost.
I don't stress over it. It's not that I don't do it, but I don't stress over it.
Okay. Mine goes into pre-launch the day mine ends. So it always does. And then I always get the same thing from people like, didn't I just back this? And I was like, this is the next one. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be launching something soon as well. And that's it's going to be New York versus the World. That's my next book up. I really wanted to have it out. I really wanted to launch it next week, but I have yet to fulfill my last campaign. So I don't want to make the mistakes that I did the last time. And we're going to wait till those books go out, and then we will announce a launch date. So I would like to say it'll be out in 2 weeks. But I can't verify that yet. But this is going to be one of the covers. We're going to be doing 3 covers right now for New York versus the World, and I cannot wait to put it out there, guys. You know, and we'll be doing a very nice, very fun trivia night, like I always do for my launches. If anybody wants to come, hang out, partake, win some prizes for some of the people that are watching.
When is this? Is this next weekend?
Definitely not next weekend.
Why? What's next weekend? You're lonely?
No, I'm gonna go see Godzilla. I don't like his little question and answer, his shit question and answer nights.
Oh, he doesn't want to be there for it.
Hurts me,
I misunderstood. I was like, "What's the problem? You're not going to miss it if it's the." But now I get it. Okay, so
that hurts me, dude. It's not a shit question and answer night, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it is.
It's not, dude.
The answer is chocolate chip cookies.
There you go.
All right, Tom, you want to play this, brother?
Sure. If you guys want to see it, because you keep bitching at me about it, so I'm making videos for you, Jay.
Look at that.
Making videos.
We're gonna give you the full screen.
So this is the thing that I put together that'll be on the Critter campaign. So yeah.
It's too loud.
Sound.
Oh.
Yeah, the audio is incredible.
I was staring at her chest. I didn't.
Is the
even read
audio?
it.
No, I don't have the audio here.
Okay, let me do this a different way then, because I know StreamYard is weird about these things.
Yeah, you have to share the audio before you start playing the video.
Well, there's also
All right.
stupid things. How did we have to do this last time? I don't remember how we did this the last time.
But it's looking good. God damn it, it's looking good. You did that yourself?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, and I did another one today for
Maybe Tom can do anything.
this one. I can show you because it's actually on my YouTube. So I'll give you the link to this, and you can just put it up. Where the hell's the share? There it is.
Or put it in a private chat, and I'll just click it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Here it comes. So this one is for our camp crossover summer camp thing that we do once a year. So this is the one that I made today.
All right.
Missing that producer, huh?
Yeah. I was doing good. I was doing good till that moment. Oh, I was doing good. Fucking bastard.
You were doing good, but you know.
All right. Hopefully the audio is coming through on this.
Catnip is the gateway drug.
Did that whole thing on CapCut?
Yeah.
On the iPad or on your
On my laptop. Just on my laptop. Yeah.
I just downloaded it on the iPad, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I learned a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know when I made the critter one.
That's
so
the definition of learning. So
I learned a lot today. Yeah, I was just like, I didn't even plan to do that. Like I had planned to go in and just kind of monkey around with it and like push buttons and like, what does this do? And what does this do? And then I started learning things and I was like, oh shit. And then suddenly I just built the thing.
It looks awesome.
So
it looks really good.
I also love
nice.
Tails.
So Critic comes out on the 6th.
April 6th. And then that drive-in. So we're celebrating drive-in day, skateboard day, and catnip awareness day. So June 6th is drive-in day, National Drive-In Day. So we're going to launch it on the 6th, and then it'll end on the 21st, which is catnip awareness day. So we'll have like 11 days or 12 days or something for the campaign. So yeah.
See, Calderon, you're running for 30. He's going for 11.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, 30 days is old. Got to get out of that.
Oh no, I'm running 28.
That's 30 days. Dude.
I do 23, but I want to.
That's 4 weeks. You got to do 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
No. Well, with Oswald, I'll do 21 days. Oswald, I do 21 days. With Magic, I just want to give it a little bit more breathing space. So
okay.
Till it builds up a little bit of audience.
If I launch the first week of April, I gotta run it for 5 weeks.
No, you don't.
Why?
No, because if not, it's gonna run 2 weeks. and I can't run it.
So then run it 2 weeks. You're not going to get. Here's the thing. This is why you shrink it, right? Because the reality is that you are not going to gain anything significant in that extra time. You are going to get whoever starts with you, and you're going to get whoever ends with you, and then there's going to be a mixture of monkeying around. But it's not. There's nothing significant in that dead zone that you need to worry about.
There is. There's all these different podcasts that don't have me scheduled in those small 2 weeks window that I'm going to try to.
I'm slow. Why is it 2 or 5? Your only 2 options?
Because the last 2 weeks of April, I'm not going to be here.
Okay.
Oh, where are you going to be?
Well, my psychic ability was not turned on. I was not aware of this.
No, I got.
This is more of his Caribbean vacations, and
wow.
Tom has a lake. Calderon has houses. I go on vacations a lot with the missus. That's
all I have is 6 issues ahead. I don't think that counts. Though it might cost more than a Caribbean vacation, so I might be on that list.
There you go. Also, projects headed to Spine Ticks, Marvin. Notification. Okay, Spine Ticks. All right, sounds good. But we are, that's a signal. We are going to be wrapping this up. We ran an hour and a half today. I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Some shows go 2 hours.
Our first one went 3, remember? What the fuck we talked about for 3 fucking hours. But
you just got off the fact that you don't go water 4 days, but here I am, trying to cut it nice and tight, an hour and a half. You're like, no, some shows go 2 hours. I don't get it. But we are going to be wrapping this up at an hour and a half, though. All right. This was nice. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody who was in the streams chatting. Thank you, everyone in Streamland. Carissa, can you please let everyone know where they can find you before we get out of here?
You can search Worthy Chaos anywhere, or Carissa Grant if you're that bored. But I'm always on Kickstarter, either live or pre-launch. So just search Worthy Chaos and you will find me on there. And I'm on all the platforms as Worthy Chaos. And there you go. Just look for chaos.
Nice. Calderon, where can they find you, kid?
Tomorrow night.
At his other house.
7:30 p.m. No, it's the same backdrop. It's always here. 7:30 p.m.
It's Sunday now, so
7:30 p.m. with Carissa.
And I'm so sorry. That's a lot of me in 2 days in a row. 3 days in a row. I have a show too. Fuck this.
And that guy up there, Jay. So we'll be in tomorrow.
Me and Marvin are going to do our own show at the same time. You didn't get no links.
That's terrible. But yeah, we'll be here tomorrow night. Magi's Gray is currently running on Kickstarter, theoswaldchronicles.com, Facebook, Twitter, all those different places. JD Calderon, theoswaldchronicles.com, and talltalesonline.com. There you go. So places you can find me.
Nice. Tom, we're going to find you.
BigDogInc.com. If you want books, go get books. We live pretty much here on Facebook. You're welcome to friend me up. We got a Facebook page for Big Dog Inc. as well. Patreon is popping. We got new people on Patreon. If you want to see how everything gets made, if you're into the creation of comics, you want to watch where it starts and all the way to the final product, that's what we do on Patreon. And April 6th is Critter, the return of Critter issue number 23.
Nice. Marvin. You
can find me on the interwebs or at the other pages that are available. So I was just kidding. So you can get me at comicsburg.com, theedgecomic.com, on the face spaces of all at the Edge Comic. I also have a Substack, so if you want to sign up for that, we're slowly churning toward 300 followers on Substack. So
nice.
Help me get to those numbers.
Very cool. All right. I'm surprised you haven't locked down one of the Darkman URLs, bro. I mean, come on.
Oh, I saw Darkman. Incidentally, I did my homework. I saw Darkman.
Awesome.
What'd you think?
And how'd you feel about the Liam Neeson classic?
That's a different show. That's a different show.
Talk about it on Monday.
Darkman Classics.
All right, folks. And I want to thank everybody. This is where you can find me. I appreciate everyone for being here. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Cheers.
Night.